I decided we needed a special location to film this trailer episode of Candid Conversations. So we have traveled up to Carolina Trailer Sales to meet salesperson extraordinaire Ashley Sisco, who I've known on Facebook for a while, but have never actually met in person. So this is pretty cool for me. And I've seen you sell a lot of awesome trailers, especially the Merhouse.
And you're a Merhow dealer.
Yes,
right?
I am.
And then you get a lot of trade-ins and things like that. Okay, awesome. And then, of course, no trailering episode would be complete without a horse hauler and horse trainer. So we have brought Leisha Griffith of Brock Griffith Horsemanship in on the conversation as well.
You've had Leisha train some of your horses.
We
right?
have. We send every new horse that we get on our farm to Brock and Leisha to kind of assess, teach some manners, let us know that they're safe, and then send them out. You've hauled for us too.
Yes, ma'am.
All around. Yep. So, you know, and I've picked out a couple of trailers on Ashley's lot already, so we're all good friends here.
We're in trouble.
My husband's in trouble. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. I know you're both insanely busy, but we've seen a lot of questions on different Facebook groups and from our boarders and our friends on trailering, so I thought this would be a good one to kind of bring you guys into, talk about some trailering stuff. We opened this conversation up to Facebook actually before we came up here today to see what questions people had from different groups, some of our barn family, things like that. So if y'all are good with it, I've got a list of questions here,
We're good.
and I figured we would just start with that. So Kristen Gillum asked, what is the usual maintenance and how often do you complete such tasks?
I'm gonna let you go there.
So what do you do to maintain the trailer?
I would let Ashley answer, and I'm sure she'll have some input because
Sure,
she
will.
sells
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I will.
But for me, honestly, my trailer's in the shop every 3 months.
There you go.
You're looking at least 100,000 miles a year, if not more. Sometimes it's in there more often if something breaks or we feel like something could possibly break. For me, traveling by myself, it's super important it's maintained, has new tires at all times, bearings packed, of course, all my lights work, things like that.
Yeah.
So I would say for your average horse owner, you know, your weekend trail rider, things like that, you can definitely go once a year. And your trailer shop will put you on a maintenance schedule. He'll say, okay, we'll have you come back in a year, check your bearings, check your brakes, do all those important things.
Awesome.
So,
And what goes into finding, you know, the right maintenance place?
so
What would you
that's kind of a
recommend?
tough one. For me, very fortunately, we have Southern Alamance Trailer in Alamance County in Snow Camp. And they're like 50-year professionals.
Nice.
You can literally take it in there and leave it and they'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Very reasonable. I know that some RV dealerships service trailers as well.
Yeah, we have Colfax Trailer Repair here in Greensboro. They're
Okay.
kind of the same outfit
Right.
as that. And, you know, kind of to like dovetail on what you said, I think on a weekender type person, kind of, you're a hauler, so you're on the road, which
Right.
people
Yeah.
that show, people that rodeo, people that haul consistently, I think that's a good tip to kind of 3-month out check. But a person that actually doesn't go all the time,
Sure.
yearly. But the biggest thing that I run into with used trailers coming here for sale
Right.
is air pressure.
Okay.
Tires.
Yes. And 9 times out of 10, people don't think about checking air pressure. But quite frankly, what's happened is I've had trailers come that all the tires are either A, wearing funny, B, one's wearing. Well, what it is 90% of the time the air pressure is bad.
Gotcha.
It's not correct. So if anything that I can say that should be checked pretty much every time you go somewhere
Yep.
is your air pressure in your
So
tires.
you get a lot of dry rot tires where people let them sit. They think they're in excellent condition, but
we
the tires
do,
are...
and here's the thing. Here's my spill on tires. Is really it's about a 4-year window.
Okay.
So if you have 4 years on those tires, people say, "Oh, but they look great."
Yeah.
Not necessarily the case. If you get out there, the road heats up. It's a 95-degree day. You're gonna probably
They'll
blow
explode.
it.
Whether or not you haul a lot or not, 4 years is kind of your cap. Is what
It's
you're
kind
saying.
of what the industry standard that I've kind of gathered from multiple
Okay.
people, 4 to 5, and about that's it. Life. I mean, pretty much
Okay.
5 years is life on a set of horse trailer tires.
I'm a yearly tire, if not more. Always
Well,
Over the
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really should, you should be. And the thing about it is, I fully believe in exactly that is tires. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of like your horse.
Yeah.
It's your foot. Your foot's everything.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think your tires
I can
everything.
change
in a
them
trailer.
super easy, like in 15
I
minutes.
can't do that.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can
we were
change
just
them
talking
really
about
quick,
that.
But I don't want to.
Sure.
I don't
No.
want to be out
Well,
there
you got-
struggling
Right.
and
Well,
dirty.
you don't want a tire to pop with a horse in the trailer.
Not on the interstate. It's
No.
not fun.
No.
So it's just
Yeah.
easier just to check them.
Absolutely.
Also. Yeah.
Now let me ask you, do horse trailers have tires like RVs have tires, where they're kind of like the Maypops?
It's going to be the same kind of thing as anything you buy.
Okay,
You get what you pay for.
gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Period.
Yeah,
A good
and
trailer tire is going to cost you $250 a pop.
Okay.
I mean,
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean,
Gotcha.
a good, and it depends on also the weight of the trailer. And the axle size, so there's a lot of variables
Yeah,
to go
sure.
in, which most of your tire places are fully aware of what to put on there, but for the most part, I think that within 5 years should be considered.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, regardless. And if you buy a used trailer, they are dated.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know that. It's very hard for me to kind of translate that.
Sure.
But basically, there is a date on every tire.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Is that part of that 50
Yeah,
slash 100
yeah, you have
slash?
to kind of go through the sequence.
Right.
But yes.
Or take it to the
Yeah.
trailer professional and let them read that.
yeah.
Okay, I like
Uncode
that. I love
Let
it.
me know.
I love it. Okay. Andrea Garrison said she is looking to purchase her first trailer. She doesn't want to make any rookie mistakes. That's fair.
Yeah.
She's got her reasons for wanting a slant load, but she's not sure if she's making the right decision. Well, we could go back and forth on this all day. You've got a slant load. I'm all day straight load.
Right.
She's got stock
Box
combo.
stalls.
Yep.
I have slant load trailers,
Yeah.
but for long hauls, definitely box stalls so they can put their head down.
Gotcha.
For me.
Okay, that makes sense.
To me, it's a tomato.
Absolutely.
It's your preference.
Yeah.
There is no right or wrong.
Yeah.
And I tell customers that when they come here, especially my first time customers like her,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. And then I pretty much just quiz them, what is your comfort zone?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with being in a position where you walk a horse in, clip it, and then you have to turn around, shut a gate, and walk out? Or do you want to walk in and go out an escape door? I mean, it's all and your horse.
Correct.
Right.
See, I mean, that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Right.
Is how your horse handles it. And
So
I've had
maybe
people
try 'em
buy
out.
slant loads that their horse had a straight load its entire existence, and I know y'all dealt with it
Sure.
with training.
They
And,
won't
you
get
know,
in. The little
no.
small door, they're like, I can't.
So, I think that
It's
I would,
preference.
I would
Yeah.
tell her it's
That's
a
awesome.
preference, and how is your horse?
And how about ramp or no ramp?
That's another one.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
is
So
a
I have
Personal
a
preference? Okay.
I have a custom trailer that has no ramp on the back, but a side ramp.
Yep.
So, and I found in many cases it's very handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have some that won't touch a ramp, that
Yeah.
they're, you have to work with them, and then you have some that won't step up.
That's true.
So-
yeah.
Okay.
Well, and we've seen that. You actually picked up a horse at our farm one time, and she was like, he will not go up without a ramp. And I'm going, she's a trainer. Yes, he will. No, he just won't. And of course, Leisha was like, watch him. And he went right up for her.
Yeah.
And
It's all in
also
the app.
here. You
Correct.
have to get in a mindset of
Yeah.
what works.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Works.
So
So.
positive.
I mean, I think that right there, that question in a nutshell. I
Sure.
mean, we could go into some other things about brands and what to look for and things
Sure.
like that. But the general question is, there is no real
Personal
right or
preference.
wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, that's great.
Yep.
Tips for selecting trailer. What height, weight is appropriate? Katie asked. I think that probably
Same.
depends on your horse.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what you want to do.
Yep.
Like, I mean, are you buying this for your horse? You buying this for typically just a using trailer? You are, obviously. But if you're getting a living quarters, that's where the 7 wide to 8 wide comes into play on like, do you want more room for yourself?
Right.
Do you want more room for your horse?
Yeah.
I mean,
But if you've got a 13-hand horse and a 16-hand horse,
Sure.
you're going to buy the trailer for the 16-hand horse so that they both fit.
well, and I also, honestly, I order trailers that are 7'6" tall or better for the mere fact that things change. We're horse people.
right.
We change our minds on a dime.
I love
Might have a
that.
meeting this week in a warm weather.
Absolutely.
And a
Amen.
draft.
We change our minds on a dime. So my kind of I guess first thing I'd say to somebody that's buying something is, what are your plans?
Right.
And if you ever think you're going to get a bigger thing than a pony,
Yeah.
then you might want to get a bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Christy asked, what is the lightest trailer? What are some questions we should ask when looking to buy a trailer? What are some things we should thoroughly look at structurally when viewing a used trailer? Good questions.
Okay.
What's the lightest trailer? Aluminum?
Well, yes. In general, aluminum trailer is going to be lighter. That's a broad question.
That's a hugely broad question.
However, I mean, it's tires, and know that you're going to have to either keep them or replace them.
Yep.
You want to look at the floor under the mats. You want to make sure there's no pitting or holes,
Mhm.
which certain brands have that
Mhm.
often.
Do you
And
find that
by the
more
way-
with aluminum? The pitting and the
yes,
holes?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, wood floor, in all honesty, people are so focused on aluminum floors right now.
Mhm.
Really, truly, we all had wood floors. I mean, I
Oh, yeah.
know it
I
back
have
in
a
the
trailer
day.
now with a wood floor, and I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with a wood floor. It's
Mhm.
usually 20-year pressure treated wood, and it can be replaced.
Right.
Right.
Cheaper I think well, maybe not today with lumber, but
Well,
cheaper
yeah.
in theory.
Yeah.
In theory, aluminum, you have to literally replace that or patch it.
Yep.
So, I mean, that would be the biggest thing is those
Sure.
things and roofs. I
Yep.
mean, and here's the thing. Every used trailer is going to leak.
Of
Every
course.
trailer is going to leak
Absolutely.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a maintenance.
Yep.
That kind of dovetails back to the first question.
Mm-hmm.
You need to check your roofs yearly.
Yes.
Because the
Okay.
sun will actually deteriorate the actual caulking on the
Mhm.
roof. So
Yeah.
that's another maintenance thing
Sure.
that
Good
people
one.
absolutely overlook.
Yeah.
Should you store it, obviously covered if you can, but shade versus sun? Or does that even matter with the
I think it's
caulking?
the elements.
Okay.
I mean, the sun, if you can keep it out of direct sun, like if you have a lean-to or something like
Sure.
that, of course, but I don't think the shade versus the sun's going to
Okay,
matter.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I would
Yeah.
suggest when they,
Yeah.
if they're looking at getting a used trailer,
Mhm.
that they take it to a shop and let somebody inspect it for them.
Yes.
Okay.
And do trailer shops
If it's an
do that?
individual, for sure.
For sure.
For sure. For me, and I mean, this is a perfect time for me to state the obvious about
Yeah.
what I do. So mine here, I don't have a shopper service.
Sure.
What I do is ask questions,
Yep.
get feedback from the customer, either a trade customer or consignment customer.
Mhm.
We go through them in a sense of we wash them, so we obviously see the floor.
Mhm.
Right.
We obviously can tell if the roof's going to leak here,
Mhm.
and I've run into some of that.
Sure.
And as far as the maintenance part, the bearings, the axles, I actually have no way of checking that, and
Okay.
I'm very forthcoming to say.
Sure.
But you're selling used trailers as is.
no
Yeah.
warranty.
Yeah.
However, I do have Colfax Trailer Repair,
Yeah.
which has helped me where a customer pretty much has taken a trailer and had it looked at before when someone's real concerned.
Sure.
So there
Right.
are
So they'll do that.
options
Perfect.
for here.
Yeah,
but
not so much from a dealership, I guess. It's more
Yeah.
of an individual.
well,
If you see one at
individual's
a
a whole
great
different
deal,
ballgame.
yeah, when you see a trailer at a great deal, like 20 grand less than it should be,
Right. Just no.
don't base it on the picture.
Chances
Go look at it.
are that's a
Somewhere.
Facebook scam anyway.
Yes.
But you know.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hate those. Can you haul a loaded horse trailer safely with a half-ton truck, like a 1500 or a
Oh, boy.
Toyota Tundra?
Oh,
Right?
boy.
That's a
Great
loaded
debate.
question. It is a great debate.
Ashley,
And I
because
see
I
it.
know how I feel.
Right? Is it hard on your truck, first of all, and is it safe for your horse?
You know, are there trailers out there for 1500s and F-150s? Yes.
Yes.
Are there, now, with that being said, you have the whole variance of trucks and
Yep.
you have the whole variance of years
Mhm.
because the newer trucks do have a higher tow capacity and have changed their whole aspect of towing.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's a fine line is what do you drive?
Right.
What year truck do you drive?
Right.
So, or on the truck aspect, the
Mhm.
whole SUV thing. So it's kind of funny because my beginning of my business,
Mhm.
that was a huge sell for me. True
Okay.
story.
Yep.
Was a shadow bumper pull. They're
Okay.
very small, very lightweight, and I sold a bunch.
Uh-huh.
Now, that was when I was obviously deer in headlights and right starting the business.
Mhm.
Do I still think that that's an option? I think that little bumper pull, yes.
Okay.
I do. In 9 years of business, I haven't had anybody call me back and be like, that was the biggest mistake I ever made.
Yeah.
Right.
However, moving forward, I do think that you have to be real diligent and know, I get people call me all the time, what can my truck tow? I don't know.
Right, that's
I don't
on you.
know
No,
truck.
you have to
Yeah.
research it.
I think that's the research you should do on your end.
Yep.
Now, have I sold some lightweight? And when I say lightweight, I'm speaking empty weight of about 4,000 pounds.
Okay.
Goosenecks for
Mhm.
people with F-150s and 1500s, I have.
Mhm.
They're not hauling, like it might be a 2 or 3 horse, they're hauling 1 horse. And I'm pretty specific in saying
Right.
you need to be very cautious of the haul capacity or the load capacity
Sure.
you're putting in this.